What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to go over the review scores for Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Now, actually, at the time I'm recording this, Metacritic, for whatever reason, hasn't updated. There's loads of scores out there. IGN has given a score, GameSpot, all of these different sites have given scores, and they're not really represented. In fact, Metacritic, at the time I'm recording this, doesn't have a score for Jedi Survivor. However, what I will say is the lowest score I've seen so far, I think from GameSpot, is an 8, and I've seen numerous 9, 9.5s. I think IGN gave it a 9. I checked YouTube. Mr. Maddie Plays absolutely loves it. So basically what I've seen is a lot of positivity. So I want to go over some of the reoccurring things I've seen in these reviews. This is what I do for these kind of videos, kind of wrap up or recap all of what the other reviews are saying. So on a positive note, the bigger and better thing, that this game kind of does everything you would want a sequel to do. That's kind of across the board what I've seen, that at the very least it's better than Jedi Fallen Order just because of all of the added stuff. Maybe the story, some people have said, story is better, twists, the emotion. Gameplay is pretty consistent with Fallen Order. It's not too much overhauled. Obviously, the new stances are the big overhaul to it, but new places to explore, new things to do, right? Just a bigger and better game, I guess, in that way. So that was one of the main elements that I've seen from these reviews. On top of it, just capturing that Star Wars energy, right? Looks like Star Wars, sounds like Star Wars, is Star Wars, so that's all good to hear. One thing I've seen across the board in terms of a negative, and honestly, it's the only negative that is shared amongst the reviews that I saw. Some reviews maybe have individual things they were calling out, but one thing that was across the board is the state of the game. It sounds like when these reviewers got the game, it was in an atrocious state with screen tearing, and the frame rate couldn't stay still and all this stuff. And then there was a patch that was, done to it, and it kind of fixed it. With that being said, and again, this is still shared amongst everybody, it didn't fix it all the way. The main issue with this game right now is the performance. So I actually see, and you can do it as well, if you look at some of the endings of all of the reviews, right? You could read all the reviews, and then if you look at like the verdicts, a lot of them kind of say the same thing, right? Like, amazing game, amazing journey. Third game would be spectacular. It would make it one of the best trilogies, of all time, not just Star Wars, if it comes out in a good state. There actually seems, at least in the positive reviews, now we'll see, right, because I haven't seeked out many, maybe there's 7s, maybe there's 6s that this game has gotten. Maybe it's only positive people that are saying this, but the people that are giving it, 9s, 9.5s, one kind of caveat they're throwing in is in a good state, in a working state, or when the game is working, the game is really, really fantastic. When the game is not working, there's issues. There's legitimate issues that could maybe harm the experience. So that is one thing I guess I'm slightly worried about. At the same time, another patch, hopefully they can get it done on Friday or before Friday. I mean, we are kind of cutting it close to when the game comes out here, but it does seem to be more random. This doesn't seem to be an issue that happens all of the time. But those are the biggest things. Again, running with the idea that this is the sequel that you want it to be. I've seen some comparisons to God of War Ragnarok, that it's kind of a part 2 to a part 1, so some stuff is going to be familiar, the combat is going to be familiar, but you're more powerful. The story is still good. In fact, it's better. There's more things to do just overall. And actually, this is something we talked about leading into this game releasing. Like, the core of Fallen Order is extremely good, right? So if you open it up to more planets, you open it up to more exploration, more side quests, like mini bosses, the odds of it being good are pretty high, right? Bigger doesn't always mean better, but when you have a rock solid core and you just kind of expand on that, which is really sounding like what Survivor is, then you're looking good, right? It's pretty hard actually to mess that up. My prediction for this game was an 84 to an 86. Maybe I'll take the high now. I'll say maybe like 86, 87. I do think there's going to be scores that are lower, maybe people that are going to hold the performance issues against the game more than, which is, that's up to the reviewer, and that's fine. It's their opinion, right? But we'll see the more scores that kind of come in. We'll see what the average is. I don't think the average is going to be like the low 90s, which it kind of is right now based off the sites I've seen. I think it'll kind of be brought down just a little, but still a mid 80, high 80 game, and a game that seems like it really is the sequel that we wanted. So these are just reviewer thoughts. Remember, as I always say, make your own decisions. There is new gameplay, like people are showing new things in this game. So look at it, decide on your own, if you like it, if you don't like it, and go from there. I'll have a review. I'll be playing this game on Friday, and we'll just go from there. Let me know what you think. Make sure you guys are subscribed, bell icon turned on. I hope to see you all on the next one.